Dan Pratt is an old flat earth defender who used to make bucket loads of videos. He would dispute the globe and then talk about us flat earth debunkers because he didn't really like us very much. Well, you won't believe it, but he's back. And today, he's going to debunk the globe with a piece of paper. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Flat Earth Friday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Before we begin today, a quick word from me about today's sponsors, Raycon. Now you may have heard me talk about Raycon's everyday earbuds before, and you may have thought, wait, the same audio quality from the big guys but only half the price? Sounds pretty good. Well, Raycon has sold 3 million of their previous everyday earbuds, so you know they're a fan favourite. But if you're yet to pull the trigger on a pair of Raycons, but even if you have and you're in the market for another pair because they're that good, now is the time to check them out because they've just launched the upgraded model of the best-selling everyday earbuds. The upgraded everyday earbuds offer everything you love about Raycon and more. Because now you also get active noise cancellation, ergonomic design, and multi-point connectivity that lets you pair with 2 devices simultaneously. I mean, I love the old ones, but these new ones are a different level. On my first outing with them, I went on a little walk to my local shops and listened to some music on the way. The quality has got even better. Seriously, if you've been wanting to check out Raycons, then there is now no better time. Their upgraded model will blow you away. You're going to ask yourself why you didn't check them out sooner. And Raycon offers a 30-day happiness guarantee. So, what are you waiting for? See what all the fuss is about. Click the link in the description box or go to buyraycon.com/SimonDan to get 20% off your purchase of Raycons. Plus, you get free shipping. Right, on with today's video, which as we know is from Dan Pratt. He is in his, well, whatever it is, and he's armed with a piece of paper and his brain. Is the globe in trouble here? Let's find out.
I mean, just remember, we've got the most self-proclaimed intelligent scientists and politicians, the majority of the earth, telling us that they're all the experts. They are the brilliant ones, yet they cannot comprehend or own up to, admit, accept elementary school geometry, mathematics, and reality.
I don't think it's like that, Dan. It's more like flat earthers not accepting evidence that is literally standing in front of their face. Like, literally.
And then they wonder why we think they are clinically insane. That the inmates truly are running the asylum. It's not a joke. And they are so insane, so mired in Dunning-Kruger, that they don't know how stupid or brainwashed or programmed they really are. And this proves it.
A piece of paper. Right, okay. And by the way, I don't think you quite understand what Dunning-Kruger is. Because an astronaut who has trained all their lives to become an expert in their field and has a very high level of confidence is not Dunning-Kruger. It's when flat earthers who have incredibly high levels of confidence and are about as far away from experts as possible say what they say. That is Dunning-Kruger.
I'm going to alter the characteristics of Jaron's little experiment to make it, in my opinion, more easy to understand. Rather than one person standing here and one person standing here, we're just going to build a concrete walkway in a perfectly square, straight line.
Given the scale you've given yourself there, Dan, how are we supposed to do that? Go straight through the earth?
Starting at the shore of one landmass here to the shore of this landmass here. A perfectly straight walkway.
Ah yes, well we can do that already because the earth is not the size of a potato. It's massive. Look at this little animation here and you can see just how massive it is. So yeah, we can construct a perfectly straight walkway across water.
Not curved, not anything but square and level. Look at all of the construction, the engineering marvels they have created around this earth. And you are telling me there's no way they could possibly create a perfectly straight walkway across 24 miles of earth?
Oh, 24 miles. Okay, cool. Yeah, they could do that. If by level you mean level with the Earth's surface, then no problem. Let's go back to our little animation. Now, 24 miles is around 38 kilometers. So our yellow line here on the left depicts that distance. Another example that shows you how big the Earth actually is. The drop over 38 kilometers is only around 100 meters. If you're stood on the ground, it's going to be very difficult to detect that sort of curvature.
Well, they don't have to, because I'm going to prove with this piece of paper what would be the reality if the globe they pump down our throats constantly was a reality. So here's the walkway. Once we build that walkway for the purposes of this discussion, we don't need all the rest of this. We're only discussing from this walkway up. Therefore, we create a cross section of that area being focused on. The rest of this, we don't need it anymore.
I'm not really sure where he's going with this. His diagram depicts a straight walkway going straight through the Earth. Let's see what he says.
So, globe believers would have you believe if you walk across this walkway on this cross section of Earth, you're not going to be walking under, at the center, 96 feet wall of water.
Correct, you are not, because the walkway will follow the curve of the Earth, however slight that may be.
Because what you get from this point to this point is a 96-foot high arc, symmetrical arc that should and could be measured to be the same here as it is here, the same here as it is here. That's what happens on a cross section of a sphere. And there's absolutely elevation change from here to here to here to here. Again, if you don't believe me, get your heroes, your engineering heroes at NASA to build this walkway. And then I want to see you walk across it, all the way across, without scuba gear.
Well, I don't know of any walkways that long, but the Lake Pontchartrain Bridge is a little under 24 miles long. You could, in theory, walk across that without scuba gear. And here is a picture of that causeway taken from very far away and zooming into the horizon. Now, Blue Marble Science released a fantastic video a couple of years ago, and it showed how Soundly used the Lake Pontchartrain causeway to prove the curvature of the Earth. I will link that video below. It's really, really good. Have a watch.
It's this simple, people, and these brilliant, proclaimed scientists and experts can't comprehend that we once again have dozens, hundreds, thousands of videos to use as evidence that when we observe from this point here to this point here, there is no 96-foot high wall of water between them.
But we wouldn't suggest that there would be. You do because you misunderstand the science, Dan.
And yet these brilliant scientists and experts and politicians and alternative media talking heads that will analyze the most complex geopolitical strategies and conspiracies going on against us, but can't figure this out?
Oh, they've got it figured out, buddy. You just don't like the answer. It flies in the face of your beliefs, so you throw a little paddy on the internet.
I don't even think it's because they're all shills and gatekeepers intentionally. It's because we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but powers and principalities that rule this dark, lie, deception-driven world.
Not really a glass half full kind of guy is Dan, hey?
This is what shows. Again, are you smarter than a fifth grader? I don't think you even have to be a fifth grader to understand this.
No one but you understands that, Dan. And I think I've reached my Dan Pratt limit for the day. So we're going to say that we're all done and debunked for another one. What do we all think of Dan's little paper presentation there? Are we all convinced? Or maybe not? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Thanks so much for watching today. It is truly appreciated. We are, of course, done and debunked for another one. Like I said, if you enjoyed this one, please do consider subscribing to the channel. We're so close to that 550,000 subscriber mark now. And then if you really like to hit that thumbs up button too. Just another word from me about today's sponsor, Raycon. Visit buyraycon.com/SimonDan to get that 20% off your first purchase of Raycons, and you get free shipping. I've been Simon Dan. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow for another Saturday session where I'm doing Kerbal Space Program again. Why not? See you then.